Ho, ho, ho! Merry 11th of December! Get ready to receive a perfect B2B VSL script within the next 15 minutes. How can I be so sure of that? Well, first of all, I'm B2B Santa, so I'm never wrong. But second of all, today I will walk you through several prompts that we've built which take your audience, your offer, your concepts, and makes a long, scientifically proven, high converting B2B VSL script. So let's get into it. All right, so let's look at the prerequisites that we need to actually create this video sales letter. So, first and foremost, I highly recommend that you use Gemini free with the thinking mode, so Gemini free Pro for this. Gemini is far superior to any other language models right now, especially for writing out stuff like this, sounding like a human, which you need to do because it's a script that you're going to actually say with your mouth. And then, second of all, you need three inputs to run this. Number one, you need your ICP, so your audience analysis. We did this in day one in the Christmas calendar. You need your offer defined. We did this in day two. And you need your lead magnet that goes deeper into your expertise. And we did this in day four. If you haven't already done these things, I highly recommend you to go to these days. They should be linked on this page that you're at, or if you're watching on YouTube in the description, and execute on these because the output that you will get if you have these inputs done well is going to be far superior to you just scribbling in what your audience is, what you're offering, and what your offer is, and a lead magnet that you have. It is going to be way better if you use the outputs that we have created through the other days because I have designed this to be working together. So get those together and then let's go to Gemini and start prompting. So the first prompt that we will run is this one. It is really, really long. The same thing goes for the second prompt that we will use, but I don't want you to get confused or overwhelmed by that. So just follow these steps. First, you click copy in the top right corner here. So you copy it and then you have it copied. Then when you're going to, let's see here, when you're going to edit this prompt, you just edit these three parts here. So you see the target audience, so your audience memo, the offer, and the lead magnet. So add in these that you have from the previous days in here, inside of your Gemini, when you've pasted the whole thing, as you can see that I have done here under my user inputs, and then you send. When you send it, then you get an outline for an architecture for how this VSL should be framed like. So there is a logical chain for how we're trying to sell your audience on the solution which you have. Read through it. We have a unique mechanism that we're using for solving the problem that the audience sits with. And here we have the most important part, the master outline. So these are 9 different sections. You can see the hook, the lead, and 7 others. These are the ones that we're going to go step by step through to generate the full script with. So read through it, make sure that you think things sound all right. If there are any feedback that you have, then you simply just put it in the chat. Okay, this is some feedback I have, please redo it. And then Gemini will redo it. When you have something that you're happy with here, then we move over to the next prompt because now we're going to write out the actual script. So first of all, we need to zoom out here a bit because this prompt is very, very long, as I said. Here, the content writer. So with this prompt, you want to, again, copy it. You want to put it in the same chat inside of Gemini. And then the things that you need to change are the following. So pay great attention here because this is important. You need to set the current section abstract, meaning what specific section of the script are we now writing. So that is, if you look at the first output that I had here, or the first prompt, the hook. You start with your hook. So you copy this whole thing and you paste it under current section abstract in your prompt. Secondly, you want to add in previously written script. Right now, on the first section with the hook, that is none. We don't have any script, we're starting. So here you just write none for now. So you can see how I have done it here. There is the input, the hook, and then previously written script, none. And then I send it inside of the same chat. And then, let's see, here we go. Then I get this script out for the hook. So the way that I recommend you do this is that you just copy all of this. Again, of course, read through it and see that it makes sense. Copy it and then paste it into a Google document. You will be able to see this document. It should be linked on the main page that I have here. So you can go in and read my whole script that came out when I did this as a demo. So you paste it here and then you do the same thing again. You're probably a smart guy, so I'm guessing you understand where I want to go with it. You copy it once more, you stay in the same chat, you change the current section that we're going to write. So you're going to write section 2 that you got in the master outline way above here. See, here, inside of the master outline. So in this case, the lead. You add that under inputs and then previously written script. There you add what we took inside of the Google document. So from section 1. Then you run it, and then you get the next part of the script. And then you need to redo this 9 times in total until you've done all of the 9 sections. It's pretty clear. So when you've done this and you have a full VSL script like I have in a Google document here, I recommend you to read through it and then to just look at like the things that might not be accurate for you. So for example, here it will oftentimes make up some case studies because it doesn't have access to your case studies. There you want to go in and edit it so that it's actually genuine to your business. And there might be other things which it has misconstrued or explained in a different way than you would do so. Just manually edit it. So go through this, make sure that you edit everything, and then you should have a full script here. When you get to the recording part of putting this together, then you can do it in one out of 2 ways. You can just basically read this, make the visuals that you see here, and then have some idea of where you want to go, and then you don't script it. That is a very genuine way you can do it. And I would always state that I'm not scripting this, by the way, when you go through it, so that people don't keep you accountable to losing track every now and then. Just like I'm doing in this video, I have no script that I'm reading from. The second option you have is to use a teleprompter. I have a recommendation for this, which is added into the full document guide, which then if you choose this teleprompter, then you have one which uses audio detection. So when you read it, then the text moves along you. So that's super nice if you just want to do this exactly as you have written it. So that's how you record it. And then I recommend you to just hire in someone for now that can make all of these visuals if you want to make it a really high production video. And then within 6 months, I'm assuming, there's probably going to be a process that I have made and I have open source just as this for how you can use AI to create all of these different visuals as well, so that you have everything outsourced and you don't need to hire someone. So that's how you set it up. And at the end of this, you will have a full VSL that you can then place different places in your funnel. And I will get to where exactly you should place this and how you should use this. So we've looked at this several times before during the Christmas calendar. This is the AI marketing infrastructure that we want to set up as a result of going through all of these steps. So we have the top of funnel where our ambition is just to get emails somehow. We use LinkedIn posts or we use LinkedIn outbound to generate these emails. And then when we have the emails, we want to add the leads into a nurturing sequence, because the only way that a B2B deal happens is through trust. That's why you're so used to getting referrals, because with referrals, you're just using borrowed trust from a third party. Our job when we market as B2B businesses is replacing that third party with infrastructure that generates that trust so that we can make the B2B deal. So We have then evergreen emails that we set up, so different sorts of emails that deliver resources, and we have awareness ads that also delivers the same resources that just go on autopilot and never stops for the audience. So where does this video come into play? Well, there are two places. First of all, inside of all of the emails and inside of all of the resources, we're always going to have a PS. If you want our help with this, or if you want to learn how we've done this for XYZ clients and generated XYZ results, then click here to see a walkthrough. Then you have this video. Then with the resources, you also always have some section which says, by the way, if you want help, if you want to do this faster, click here to see how we do it. And then when it comes to lead scoring and where we actually spend one-on-one time to reach out to people, then we want to place it on the leads. If we look more broadly again, when people are inside of the evergreen and inside of the ad system and we score the leads, we place leads to either be cold, warm, or hot. The ones that the algorithm has categorized as hot, that we reach out to and that we book, we share the video with them before they get on the call, so that they are more framed to actually buy our solutions. Thereby, our time is better spent just because we made this one resource, this one video. So this video will save you so much time, and it will help you sell so much better when you get people on calls. So this is the whole infrastructure that we're building throughout this full Christmas calendar. We're now at day 11. We're getting halfway there to actually be finished. If you've been watching all of the previous ones, or if you're just coming in now and you think this looks amazing, but it's a little bit much considering that you're a busy B2B founder who already has stuff on your calendar with client delivery and the stuff that you're actually good at, then I recommend you to check out the calendar, which I have below. You can book in a call with me, and then we can talk about how we do this type of infrastructure installment in 90 days, so that you don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to make this a part-time job for yourself. And me and Harold, who does this every day, can do it for you as well. So if you want to check out that and you want us to do this full thing for you, then book a call with me below, and then I'll send you all of the information that you need. I will prepare properly for it, and then we'll spend all the time in that call mapping out a unique strategy for you. So, without further being said, Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, and all of the other things that B2B Santa would normally say. And I'll see you tomorrow for another day of the calendar. Have a nice evening.